Tonight on Evening. They cook the food you love to eat, but where do Seattle's best chefs go out for a bite?
This place has the best broth that I've ever tasted.
From hole-in-the-wall places
This kitchen can crank out some pasta.
to comfort food favorites,
It's the perfect sandwich.
you'll dine where the chefs do.
Cheers.
Dig into evenings where the chefs eat special.
And good evening, I'm Michael, and you have lucked out. This is a special edition of Evening. We do this series called Where the Chefs Eat, where we kind of go where the chefs like to eat. Well, tonight we've compiled a huge list of all these places that they like to go and find out where they like to eat. So it's a very satisfying show for you tonight. And we are at Brass Tacks in Seattle's Georgetown neighborhood, an excellent spot. I highly recommend it. We'll try the food later on. And speaking of excellent, our first chef is Tom Douglas. He has 14 restaurants, he's written 4 books, and he has 1 cooking school. So he has a lot on his plate, so to speak, but he still somehow finds time to sample other spots around town other than his own restaurants. Here's Sing.
Well, I'm often eating alone half the week because my wife is at the farm, so I'm looking for a place that has a counter or a bar with a TV and then delicious food. I eat late at night, so I like something a little bit lighter. Hey, what's up, Harry?
One of Tom's longtime favorite spots is in the ID.
Hey, we're in the International District, and we're at Tai Tung Restaurant, Seattle's oldest Chinese restaurant. And I started coming here back in 1978 when I was a late-night cook up on Broadway. I consider it kind of old style, simple food, delicious, fresh, people coming in all times of day. And I love to order kind of the simple steamed fish.
Okay, here's the salmon. Okay, look at that, beautiful.
Generally, it's just slivers of ginger, scallion, maybe a little butter, and then just steamed fish, just as simple as that. Then always a big plate of vegetables. My favorite little gailan with shiitake mushrooms.
Just up the road on Jackson Street, Tom says you can find some of the best comfort food in town.
So we're at Pho Bok. Pho Bok, they do pho, which is just basically a beef noodle soup in general. This place, to me, has the best broth that I've ever tasted in pho. You can buy powdered pho broth at this point, but these guys still do it the old-fashioned way, just boil beef bones. They cook their brisket right in the stock. It's just a wonderful way to kind of make yourself feel healthy and fabulous.
Finally, Tom's last place might be the perfect spot to eat away our bad weather blues.
So we're down in Madison Valley at Luke Restaurant, Thierry Rautureau's second restaurant. He opened this as kind of a casual joint after Rover's. What I love about this place is kind of the country French food. This dish is a classic. The beef bourguignon is what I look for kind of on those cold, rainy Seattle nights. Well, it's rich beef stock, veal stock, and then it's enhanced by the acidic red wine of Burgundy, which really gives it kind of a nice balance. And of course, always potatoes and always roasted carrots and mushrooms. And so it's really just a nice combination of taste.
Complemented with Luke's salad lyonnaise, and you have a meal even the busiest chef in Seattle can sit down and enjoy.
Thank you for the tour, Tom. Well, another Seattle restaurateur with multiple spots to her name is Renee Erickson, the recent James Beard Award winner. Likes to take us to a few of her standbys. Here's Jim.
I'm looking for places that are comfortable, lively, full of, honestly familiar faces, people I love. Really simple, holistic, ingredient-based food, stuff that's, people are really proud of what they're serving.
Good ingredients and good wine can be found at Renee's first stop.
This is Veef, which is a cafe and wine shop on Fremont Avenue. Lauren is the chef, and she does all the food for all the pastries, all the lunch. I order wine, of course, and the endive salad is what I have most days for lunch when I come. It's really delicious, simple, with shaved Parmesan, some really buttery croutons, and balsamic vinaigrette. And then the pate on special occasions, real simple mousse-style pate with pickles and pickled shallot, and then delicious Columbia City bread. So it's just really soulful and lovely food.
Not too far from her own home, you'll find a place that takes bar food to another level.
We're at Essex, which is a bar right next to Delancey in Ballard. And Essex is my local watering hole. So my favorite thing here at Essex is this burger, which is made with Skagit River Ranch beef that's incredible, cooked in the wood oven, and it's pretty much perfect. Well, the wood oven, I think, is part of what makes it so incredible. He roasts the beef in the wood oven.
Even the oysters here feel the heat.
And these are hama-hamas that are roasted with a butter chili sauce that's just really incredible.
Finally, not too far from Renee's other restaurant, the Whale Winds, a few of her disciples are making a name for themselves.
This is Manaline, which is a restaurant on Stoneway. It's owned by two really great friends of mine and ex-employees. They do a lot of really beautiful ceviches, raw fish, smoked fish, kind of with a Latin America, Hawaiian influence. So for me, it's just a really nice shift in food, really fresh, really interesting ingredients. I always have the rockfish ceviche. It's been on the menu from the beginning and it's beautiful. And they have currently a tea smoked squid dish that's really beautiful with lotus root chips. And then just recently they put on a halibut dish, 'tis the season, and it has a really great mole sauce and some honey, which is a really nice contrast to the spicy mole. Cheers.
And cheers to you, Renee. Some great ideas there. Well, another popular chef in Seattle is Ethan Stowell. His name is behind 13 eateries and counting. We got to hang out with Ethan.
So I thought we'd start the night off down here at Westward. It's down on Lake Union. This here is my favorite spot in town to get oysters, and I love oysters on the half shell.
Depending on the season, Westward can have anywhere from 4 to 8 different varieties of fresh oysters on ice.
Yeah, but I'll have like 4 Olympia, 4 Sea Nymph, and 4 Blue Pool. They do a great job shucking oysters. That's the big key to being, at an oyster bar. You got to make sure the oysters are shucked really well. Awesome. But this right here is why it's one of my favorite spots. Is you just come out here, you chill out, eat some oysters. It's super refreshing, clean, not heavy. It's a great way to start a meal. I can do that 3 more times.
Down at the Pike Place Market, a new place has quickly become a must-stop.
So now we're down at Kashiba. I'll tell you in all honesty, this probably is my personal favorite restaurant. It's only been around for a few months, but Shiro is the chef here. In my opinion, is the best chef working in Seattle.
Shiro has been making sushi in Seattle for more than 4 decades and is considered by many to be the best at what he does.
I always encourage people to sit at the counter. I always encourage people to go omakase and just put yourself in his hands and have a great time. There's like literally no reason to talk. You should just eat and just be quiet and just stay focused. The fish is just so fresh and it's always lively and everything is always so unique. You name it, he has it. And it's all the best.
To top off the night, Ethan heads to Capitol Hill and the restaurant Poppy.
It's one of my favorite restaurants in Seattle, and I would, to be honest, and I've said it before, it's my wife's favorite restaurant, including our own.
Run by the former chef of the Herb Farm, Poppy uses fresh Northwest ingredients with an Indian-inspired twist.
Every night they offer, 4 to 5 thali. A thali is an Indian style of dining where you get a big variety of things on one plate. I come here and I get tons of stuff, and I love tons of stuff, so I've got the paneer here, I've got some pickled stuff here, I've got some vegetables here, I've got some soup here, I got the naan here. It's a different way of eating. It's super healthy. It's very original. You're not going to get anything like this anywhere else in the city. And the variety is just awesome.
So running 13 restaurants may keep him busy, but Ethan Stowell will always make time for something good to eat. Thanks, Ethan. Still more food ahead.
She runs the ship at Cafe Juanita, but find out where Chef Holly Smith eats when she's not in the kitchen. But coming up next, the Chef in the Hat shows us some of his favorite haunts when Evenings Where the Chefs Eat special continues. Kick off 2017 in style with T-Mobile New Year's at the Needle. Ring in the new year as Seattle's iconic Space Needle turns into a 605-foot launch pad with a dazzling fireworks display. All set to an original soundtrack by KEXP. Join Team Evening, Jem, Kim, Michael, and Saint. The countdown is on. T-Mobile New Year's at the Needle. New Year's Eve at 11:35, only on King 5.
Looking for the perfect holiday gift? You'll find it at Mercedes-Benz of Bellevue. It's the Mercedes-Benz Winter Event. Right now, you can lease a new 2016 Mercedes-Benz C300 4MATIC Sports Sedan for only $359 a month. That's right, a brand new C300 for just $359 a month. Get the best for less than you'd expect at Mercedes-Benz of Bellevue, an AutoNation company. Visit mercedes-benzofbellevue.com.
The early New Year's party and sale. Huge savings store-wide Friday 4 to 10 p.m. We're bringing 2016 to a close with a bang. I'm feeling real good 'cause today is a good day. And this is it. It's party time. Sofas starting at only $2.99. Free food and drinks. 5-piece dining sets $169. Queen beds $129. Reclining sofas $299. Power recliners $199. The early New Year's party and sale. Friday 4 to 10 p.m. at Moore.
My hero, Zero. Such a funny little hero. But till you came along, we counted on our fingers and toes. Now you're here to stay. And nobody really knows.
Zero really can be a hero. Get 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment on select Volkswagen models. Right now at the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event.
How wonderful you are.
Do I look lonely? Well, at least I have you, right? You've ambled upon a special edition of Evening. It's Where the Chefs Eat when we show you where the chefs eat. And there's one chef who's known for his food, of course, but also for what he wears, the chef in the hat, Thierry Rautureau. He runs Luke in Madison Park and Lulé downtown Seattle, and he takes us on an eclectic night on the town.
My choices of dining is always dictated by the mood and the weather, what do I feel like?
One of his faves is right across the street from Luke in Madison Park.
So we're at Jay's Asian Bistros and Sushi. One of my favorite joints to come, especially for lunch, if I want to grab a good bite to eat.
Jay's does a little bit of everything, but Rautureau likes that they make dishes like their pad thai to your spice preference.
Thank you so much. I like the fact that they serve their noodles slightly undercooked, a bit al dente, really beautiful texture. The other things that I order often when I'm feeling a little bit healthy is the dragon roll, which is basically fried shrimp, avocado, eel, and rice. A beautiful lunch. It's not that expensive, and it's a delicious thing to eat.
Not too far down the road in Seattle's Madrona neighborhood.
This restaurant is called Red Cow. It is definitely one of my favorite little neighborhood joints to drop in on. I'm kind of a creature of habit here. Steak frites is actually the combination of French fries and steak together. And they have an 8-ounce Angler steak that is delicious. Comes with a beautiful béarnaise sauce that they make here in-house, and it is flawless. The gem lettuce is my counterbalance to my steak. Great food, very simple, but delicious food.
Finally, on Capitol Hill.
So we're at this new Mexican restaurant called Chavez, named after the chef's family. What I like about this restaurant is it feels like the dishes are almost like you're in someone's house. One of my favorite dishes here is those totopos, which is basically a giant tortilla that's been kind of dried out and grilled. And it's got that beautiful smokiness to it. They make really good tamales. This is queso fundido, which is basically a cheese fondue. This is definitely a good fondue. And I'm French, I know about fondue.
And the drinks at Chavez aren't too bad either.
They make cocktails that will kick your butt.
So he may naturally prefer French cuisine, but when it comes to going out, Thierry Rautureau's tastes are all over the world.
May I have another one, please?
Now that guy knows how to have a good time. Thanks, Terry. Next up, it's Chef Holly Smith. She runs Kirkland's most iconic restaurant, Cafe Juanita. I love that place. It's a kind of a swanky place, and that's why I like it so much. But when she's not going to her restaurant and to high-end places, she likes it a little more casual. Here's Kim.
I'm looking for high-quality ingredients, delicious plates of food, and I usually don't make reservations.
One of her favorite spots is in Seattle's Green Lake neighborhood.
I'm at Kisaku, and this is my go-to place for sashimi and sushi in Seattle. What I like the most about Kisaku is the quality of the fish. It's pristine, and when you have such an amazing chef handling that fish, I always just put myself in his hands. So does my son when he's with me, and it's sashimi almost all the time. It's a safe bet you're gonna love everything.
Another Asian spot is also high on Holly's list.
We're at Babar in Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood on 12th Avenue. Eric and Sophie Bond are the owners, and they've been turning Seattle on to really good Vietnamese food for a while. My favorite thing to order when I come is probably the pho with beef tendon. I'm a fan of the beef tendon. It's really beautiful beef broth, pristine, clean, not fatty, a little bit of hint of spice to it.
Finally, just because Holly makes incredible Italian-influenced food doesn't mean she won't go seek it out elsewhere.
We're at Il Corvo in Pioneer Square on James Street. They do great pasta. Lunch only Monday through Friday. But don't be intimidated by the line out the door, because this kitchen can crank out some pasta. So the thing I worry about is people see it and go, ooh. It's a good sign. Wait.
And when she comes, she never knows what she's going to get.
I like to show up and just find out when I get here. I always have prosciutto with pickled celery, though. Oh, I had macaroni with chicken livers and artichokes. Good Parmigiano Reggiano on top. It's authentic. I mean, it's where I go to for real, like, take me to Italy moment.
Thank you, Holly. I hope you're still hungry, because there's more to come.
Coming up, Seattle's queen of comfort food shows us where she cozies up to the counter. But first, from ramen to fries, what chef and restaurateur Josh Henderson eats when he's off the clock. The passion, the pride, the puffs?
I'm Paul Sylvie of King 5 Sports, looking back on one of the year's great sporting events, Team Evening's Office Olympics.
Evening tomorrow at 7:30 on King 5.
December 31st is the last day for tax-deductible donations. Take advantage now and share big dreams at worldvision.org.
Hurry if you want to save on a new Nissan during the Go Rogue year-end event. For a limited time, save up to $10,000. Get to Nissan now for last-minute savings on our full line. Offers end January 3rd. Take on any Galaxy. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, only in theaters. Hurry in and save up to $10,000 on select models, or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 11 models.
We invite you to see our unique collection of premium quality at Bothell Furniture, like our Amish handcrafted dining set, exquisite solid cherry, and unmatched durability. In juniper and reclaimed barnwood, our TV stand and console is meticulously finished, turning furniture into functional art. Made in America craftsmanship and premium quality solid wood make Bothell Furniture your choice for your Northwest lifestyle.
Beauty and perfection. Inspired by you. Create something spectacular. Dossel's Jewelers, when only the best will do.
Something new has arrived. Uniquely designed for the driven. Introducing the first ever Infiniti QX30 crossover. Experience the first ever QX30 at your local Infiniti retailer.
December 31st is the last day for tax-deductible donations. Take advantage now and share big dreams at worldvision.org.
You made the right choice tonight to join us for our Where the Chefs Eat special edition of Evening, where we take you where the chefs eat. Like, for instance, here in Georgetown at Brass Tacks, where they don't just bring you poutine, they bring you poutine with an egg on top. They don't just bring you bacon, they bring you sugar and spice bacon. They call it candied bacon. This is quite tremendous. In fact, our photographer, Erica, would like to try some of this. Here you go. You will love that, I guarantee it. And Josh Henderson is one of the busiest chefs in town. He oversees this mini restaurant empire called the Huxley Wallace Collection, named after his kids. And Josh admits that, sure, he likes to try new places, but he also likes to venture out to the old standby haunts that he knows so well. Here's Kim.
I don't need to have fancy ever. You know, I think that, you know, most chefs would rather have a great hot dog next to a fire than maybe go get a dish that is, you know, with all kinds of dots and foams and stuff, so.
Josh's first stop is to a Japanese comfort food favorite.
We're at Samurai Noodle in the ID. I think they have a couple locations around town. I tend to stick with what I have every single time. You know, when I come here, I just get the tonkatsu ramen, which is a super fatty and unctuous ramen. It is simple, the noodles are toothy and really, really nice.
But before he leaves, he always gets the blackened mackerel as well.
It's got a lot of texture to it, super tender, right off the bone, super delicious.
His next stop switches countries and cuisines.
Now we're on Capitol Hill at Cafe Press. They do classic French cuisine, bistro-style cuisine. I think they have just great simple food, and I come in here and I get the same thing every time. I get a croque madame, thing of fries, and a bib salad. The croque madame is, a lot of times it's a white bread that has ham as well as bechamel, a little bit of Gruyere cheese, and then a fried egg on top. The egg is always perfectly cooked. I've had probably 50 of these. I don't know, 50, that's a lot, but I've had a lot of them. And their fries are some of the best in the city, and they serve it with just mayonnaise on the side. There's never enough mayonnaise either. I always have to get two. And then to have a little bit of salad there makes me feel like I'm healthy, so we're good.
For his last stop, Josh picks a place close to home.
So now we're on Queen Anne, my hood, at How to Cook a Wolf, and this is one of Ethan Stowell's restaurants. They do a take on sort of, I would say, Italian food, but it tends to kind of, veer a little bit sometimes into a little bit of French.
The menu here changes with what's in season.
The hazelnuts and chicken skin are a great combo, but the asparagus is super fresh in season.
And the bruschetta tastes as good as it looks.
This is a classic kind of combination of white beans and speck, a little bit of raisins.
Their pasta offerings are a more traditional taste, right down to Josh's favorites, the spaghetti.
This is a classic with mint and anchovies and chilies. It's kind of peasant food, but it's delicious peasant food. It's one of the reasons I love it. To me, you can't go wrong with most anything you get here.
Chef Josh Henderson admits he is a creature of habit, but his routines never steer his stomach wrong.
And Josh knows his stuff. He has 9 restaurants around town. Thanks for taking us along there, Josh.
It's the perfect sandwich.
Or Seattle's queen of comfort food likes to go for some grub when evenings where the chefs eat special returns. The passion, the pride, the puffs.
I'm Paul Sylvie of King 5 Sports, looking back on one of the year's great sporting events, Team Evening's Office Olympics.
Evening tomorrow at 7:30 on King 5.
Thanks for coming. Hi, guys. I think they're open.
Welcome to the final days of Toyotathon. Mom, Dad, what are you doing here?
It's the final days to get a 2017 Camry with $2,000 customer cash, 0% financing plus $1,000 bonus cash, or lease Camry now for just $189 a month.
You can get a great deal too during Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Are you single, divorced, or new in town? Well, you need to join In the Loop. In the Loop is an awesome activities club just for Northwest singles. Meet local singles face-to-face while having fun at our activities and trips. Go to intheloopsingles.com. That's intheloopsingles.com.
Looking for the perfect holiday gift? You'll find it at BMW of Bellevue. It's the ultimate holiday event. Lease a new 2017 BMW X3, just $379 a month. Or get 0% financing on 2015 and 16 BMW certified pre-owned courtesy cars and executive demos. Get your ultimate payment on the ultimate driving machine at BMW of Bellevue, an AutoNation company. Visit bmwbellevue.com.
Light up for New Year's. The Jewelry Exchange has dancing diamond pendants for $69, 1-carat studs $399, 1-carat solitaires $599, and certified solitaire $17.90. Free setting and no interest for 12 months. Don't miss these deals. The Jewelry Exchange Renton.
Wow. There it is.
It's the Red Tag sales event, and people are excited to bring in the new year with a new Chevrolet.
I'm a huge Chevy fan.
How would you feel about starting 2017 in a new Chevy?
It sounds wonderful.
Oh, heck yeah.
I want to get one tomorrow.
Turn it on, let's go.
This holiday season, qualified lessees can get this Chevy Cruze for around $189 a month. Plus, find your tag to get an additional $1,000 lease cash on select Cruze vehicles in stock. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Now during Toyotathon, get 0% financing on 18 new Toyota models. Toyota of Renton.
The new Celebrity Apprentice has a new boss.
Really?
He's taking on his toughest role yet.
I didn't say to do anything.
You just did say that.
As you can see, we get along great.
The new Celebrity Apprentice premieres Monday on NBC.
Let's create a future for our kids.
That's right.
The two-night premiere event of television's most addictive and emotional news show. The Wall, two-night premiere event, Monday and Tuesday on NBC.
Yes, I will order you another one of these candied bacons. I think you'll enjoy it. Welcome back to our Where the Chefs Eat special edition of Evening. Our final chef is Heather Earnhardt. She's kind of known as the queen of comfort food in Seattle. She runs the Wandering Goose there on Capitol Hill, and her choices are as laid back as they are good. Here's Jim.
Her food is so popular, she recently released her first cookbook, Big Food, Big Love. Her first pick is just south of downtown Seattle.
We are at Hitchcock Deli in Georgetown, and this is my favorite place for a sandwich. It's super cute. It's deli style, old school.
Hitchcock makes almost everything they serve in-house. But despite all the choices, Heather always gets the Country Boy sandwich.
It has pate, house-made mustard, house-made aioli, and house-made pickles. And I always get it with double the pate. That's perfect. It's the perfect sandwich. Can I take another bite?
Heather's next stop was once only a food truck.
So here we are at Sam Choi's Poke to the Max in Columbia City. And I love to come here because it's 8 blocks from my house.
Poke is raw fish that's common in Hawaiian cuisine, but it's another island staple that Heather really craves.
And I love Spam, so I love to order the reconstructed Spam musubi. So there's rice, Spam, eel sauce, homemade aioli, and scallions on top. That is so good. I usually save some for breakfast the next day.
Heather's final pick is a date night destination.
So here we are at our last stop. This is Maneki. Maneki has been here for over a century. Very traditional Japanese food without being stuffy. So when I come here to Maneki, I like to get a little bit of everything. We have ohitashi, spinach, and then an assortment of sushi, and the black cod collar comes from around the neck of the fish, and it's super fatty. So when you taste this, it's like having a little bit of butter. It's like grilled butter.
But it's the burdock that's Heather's favorite and a potentially potent bite.
And they say it has certain types of powers, but I don't say that. Don't say what those are. Sexual powers.
Her roots may be in the South, but Heather Earnhardt's stomach loves the Northwest as well.
Thank you, Heather. Well, I hope this show made you hungry, or at least gave you some ideas of where to go. Our thanks tonight to Brass Tacks for having us in here. This is a great place to be. You should definitely try this place out as well. So good night and bon appetit. Cheers. Cheers. There you go. Cheers. Cheers. Here you are. You mind if I sit down? You got any room? I'll sit right over there. Here you go.